This boulder right here appears to have been raised up by this rock right here that is lifting up from the boulder below. These two boulders, I think, came from these two pieces of bedrock right here, and it was just split, and it was moved down to create this. And this shape kind of looks like a turtle. It could be a turtle effigy, or maybe it was something else in the past. Hard to say, but it definitely appears to have been propped up right there. And you have a meter measurement stick down there for a scale. As you can see, it's a huge boulder. The location of this boulder, of this possible turtle effigy, is in a Vermont state forest. What's interesting about the state forest is that in the 1700s, the Church of England set up location in a mountain bowl. Usually when they did that, they were trying to convert Native Americans over to the Church of England, and they would set up in already well-established areas of sacred areas. And this, I believe, this bowl, this mountain area, is one of those sacred areas, and that could be a possible ceremonial stonework. Up here, I'm just checking this out. Other features of ceremonial stone landscapes is odd boulders, and those look like they possibly have markings on them. Hard to say. But down this way, there's a stone wall. There's a lot more on Lidar here, but I can't see in person, which kind of disappointing, because on the Lidar it looks like large features that were 12 feet across, but when I got here, they're not visible. I can't see them, mostly due to the vegetation growth. But as we make our way down, and this is a common feature, I'll show this on the way out to the parking lot. See that shape right there, that kind of pointing up? There's another boulder down there that appears to have been shaped in that same manner. Down here, there's a stone wall that I'm not really sure where it begins. Let's take a look. If it begins up there, and it's heavily buried. You can barely see it. You can see where it is, but man, it is completely buried. Right there, you can see some of the wall sticking up underneath the debris here. But I know it's a wall. I think it just, it's hard to say where it starts, because you can see, like, you see a ridge running up. I'm not sure if that's the wall buried or if it's just a natural feature of the landscape. But down this way, here's a wall. You can see it's fairly wide. I'm not sure if this is collapsed, because down here is a little bit more well built, or if this is an area that when this was farmland, they collected all the stones and tossed it here. Hard to say. But down here you can see where the wall is built a little bit larger. Right there. That's why I was kind of wondering if further down, if it's collapsed or just an old farm wall. It travels down this way. I'm not sure where it ends because a tree fell, but I think it does end on some bedrock right here. You can kind of see the bedrock right there. So I'll walk around and get a better view of the bedrock where that wall ends. And again, for ceremonial stone landscapes, ending at a large boulder or bedrock could mean that it represents the great horned serpent. You see the bedrock right there. Again, some split stones, natural, human-made, who knows. But the wall comes right to this point, and you can't see it because of that tree, but that's where it ends up. Again, great horned serpent, maybe Then another odd boulder within the landscape. This one kind of has a curve to it. But yeah, it's hard to say what this is. There's only been 2 farms on this land after the Church of England. And actually when in the 40s when the state of Vermont bought the land, it was still registered as owing taxes to the church. Pretty wild. But yeah, this wall closes off this landscape right here that has a boulder that is placed up. And I think this whole area is a really good contender for a large ceremonial stone landscape. Up above, I pointed out a rock that is kind of similar shape to this big boulder right here, and this is it. This looks like it has been shaped maybe. I'm not sure because I've never, well, around here you see a lot of square corners because you see one right behind it right there. So I'm not sure if this is like a natural thing or something that mankind did. But either way, this boulder is pointing up to the mountaintop, the small mountaintop that I was just at, that has the boulder with the possible turtle effigy and the wall that doesn't really do anything for colonial use. And same with this wall right here. This one actually goes down this way to another possible serpent effigy. This is the other wall after the one that was washed away. The tail end of this wall starts a short distance after that one, and it travels up and over down some gullies, and it ends right down here at that boulder that has a raised stone right in the middle. That right there could be a Manitou stone because it has the shape most often found with a stone representing Manitou. And that goes right up that way, and it just kind of begins right after the other possible serpent wall collapsed.